What's up guys, back from another Honkai Star Rail video, and in this video we're going to talk about one thing that you should be doing regardless of where you're at in Honkai Star Rail. If you just started the game, you're like a day in, you're a weekend, playing since launch, you need to work on this. Now it is going to be a little iffy because if you don't have certain characters it's going to look almost impossible, but I assure you even just clearing it is important. Now, if you've seen Forgotten Hall, you'll know that there are 15 stages. Once you clear the 15th stage, you unlock the Memory of Chaos. If you play Genshin Impact, you will know that this looks a little familiar to Abyss, and that is that it resets and it's kind of hard, especially when you just start. I'm sure, if you watch anything about Genshin, people do it blindfolded. They play their freaking toes or something and they clear it, right? Obviously, that's not the case for us because we just started. I'm sure you've also seen Omega whales, or just whales in general, or people who get really lucky clear all of them, but for the average player it's going to be rather hard. Now I haven't attempted this since it reset, so I'm only on stage 2, and in fact I didn't even get 3 stars on this one. However, since I did clear it, I did get the memory rewards, which isn't a lot, but it racks up every week. Even if you're only able to get up to stage 6, that's still a nice amount of rewards to be getting. Better than none. Plus, if you manage to get some stars, you are going to get some currency out of this. So, you might be thinking, what is that thing that I need to do? You need to build 2 teams. Now, these are my teams, and of course, I got lucky and I actually have these options. It's not going to be built for everybody, but I generally run these 2 and then these 2 together, and then I will mix and match my tank and healer. They hit pretty hard. If you just unga bunga through it and you have like the beefiest, strongest characters, you might be able to get away with not having a healer or a tank, but generally they hit pretty hard and I don't do enough damage to warrant not having someone to protect me. So I will mix and match these 4 depending on who needs to be more tankier, who's fighting the stronger enemy. Weaknesses, like if this one is weak to ice, I'll probably switch these and then put him down here and put the fire up here. Whatever it may be, these are the 8 characters I am using at the moment. Now, for other people, it might change a little bit, and I would still focus on building one team. Obviously, if let's say you have all 3 of these built, but you don't have the 4th one, like let's say I don't have Bailu built, obviously I'd say build Bailu before you go to the rest of the characters. Obviously, you want to have your first team be really good so you can clear other content that you need to. As of right now, this is pretty much the endgame content, and Simulated Universe isn't super hard, but if you do end up getting unlucky or you do struggle with it, it is nice to have 4 characters who are really strong. You should normally be able to clear all the Simulated Universe without using a single added character. Pretty much when I do it, I just run with a team of 4 and go in as is. I know when I was a lower level, I did have a tankier character in reserve, so I could switch them out, and I just went full DPS at first, and then got to the end, and then picked someone tankier. But regardless of that, definitely want to build a second team. It is very, very important. If you have Bailu, you are in very good hands because you'll be able to have 2 healers. If you don't have Jeopard, you can still use March 7th. She's not going to have a team-wide shield, but her taunt shield is very, very strong. In fact, you can use certain taunt units. I know that Clara has an increased chance, so if you don't have a tank, you can sort of get away with using her as well if you need to, but it is very important to have some sort of protection going into these fights. But with that said, having the second team, very, very helpful. So even if you haven't gotten to the point of getting to this level, I think, let me go back and check, was it 13? 13 or 12? Okay, maybe 11? Even further back? Okay, that's what it was. It was 11. Okay, starting with 11, you are going to have to bring 2 teams on this, but it's pretty easy as long as you have 2 sets of damage dealers to just run through it. But you're pretty much mandatory to bring at least a somewhat decent team for this one. I got absolutely creamed the first time I went into it. Everyone died. I was like, okay, a little hard. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Even if you're not even close to the start, considering what units to build. Really good units for this. Don Hang if you need a DPS. Asta is a pretty good support. Obviously, like I said, these 3 to 4 right here depending on who you have, are very strong because they are pretty good healer and tank wise. Tingyun's good support. You have Bronya, you know, you can have your support and your damage dealer. Pretty much basic team building stuff. I'll probably have a team building guide in depth somewhat soon. So of course, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And of course, let me know in the comments if you have any team suggestions that you need. If you have, you know, 6 characters you're thinking of raising, what 4 should be on the team first, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to help. And of course, best of luck building your teams. It is pretty expensive. I'll probably also have the issue with level 50 video, so don't miss that as well. And of course, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next Honkai Star Rail video.